Now I know this looks complicated, but it isn't if you bear with me. And as time goes on, I'm going to move us along, whether it's continuous or discrete. So the E root string shape is just root 2 3. Okay, for you in the key E it'd be E, F sharp, G sharp. Still same thing, root 2 3. And you can build these on top of one another. Root 2 3 4 5 6 7 root 2 3 4 5 6 7 root 2 3 4. Alright, I landed on an A, which is the fourth of E. So down here where I'm down C tuned, so I'm down 2 whole steps here in the key of C, root 2 3. Then we go to the C4 string shape, 4 5 6. Then we go to the E7 Locrian. So this was Ionian, this was Lydian. Now we go to the Locrian string shape, 7 root 2. Right there, it just fits just the way it is. It's over 1. You notice it's over 1, right justified. Okay, so it's 7 root 2. Like that's shape fitting. And then to the Phrygian string shape, 3 4 5, or the C string shape. Alright, where does that C fit? Where the blank is, where the C is. Here's your C string shape, right there where the accidental is. Okay, and C string shape. Then we go to the G string shape from there. But we have to warp it up for the tuning third right here. So it's going to be 6 7 root for the Aeolian string shape. And then to the Dorian string shape, 2 3 4. That goes right above it because the top 2 strings are warped up. Alright, now if we were down here with this Dorian down here, same thing, just 2 octaves down. We would go to 5 6 7, which is the Mixolydian string shape. Okay, so that just builds on top. And then what's on top of that is root 2 3. It just keeps going on and on and on. But what if we don't want to warp up and go away from the fret nut? We want to take advantage of these open strings. So let's see on the chart what's happening. It is scrolling down. So here's how I numbered my strings. Okay. And so S1 would be the low E string. I think I have that on the chart before this right here. So let's just borrow this for a second, and we can zoom back in here and carefully put that back in there. Something like that. But guess what? Wow, I have to stretch it so it fits. Okay, well, see, you can see what I do in my free time, right? So that's the name of these strings here. Okay, so this is my numbering scheme. This is the low E string, then A is string 2, and D is string 3, etc. S6 is the top string on the diagram. So what are we looking at here? If we just play away, we go root 2 3 string shape, 4 5 6. Notice they count. 7 root 2, 3 4 5. Now we got a doubled 5 here, so we're going to just warp up and go 6 7 root 2 3 4. But that's what we were doing before on the other chart. It had the longer. Hey. Okay, Mr. Ducky says, time to wake up. So I'm up a little early. On the other chart, okay, so we've got to play away, we play out of the box. But now we want to define this box as this is the box. We're going to exploit this doubled string and go back to a situation that's before this string shape. So that would be the fourth of this E, but there's an easier way, much easier way to remember that because you get up here and you're going to just play partially. You're not going to play that 5. You're going to play this 5. So this is going to be the cutout. You're going to cut out of the string of the C string shape there, the 3, 4, 5, and go 3, 4 to the next one. Okay, so C goes to A. So that's a caged advance in that case right there. In the word cage, C goes to A. So we're using the old system too, but there's an easier way. There's an easier way to do that. Now, before we get into that easier way, I just want to show you that each one of these boxes has the cutout. So let's look at the Lydian box. And we'll get to these. These are the 1, 4, 5s. Easily you can see it's an A-shaped one there, root 5, 3, within the box, within the white box there. No other notes. Root 5, 3, and then an E-shaped 4th, which would be root 4, 6, and then an E-shaped 5th, 2, 5, 7. So 1, 4, 5, or C, F, G in the key of C would be A, E, E right there. And similarly, it would be E, A, A in the Ionian box, because you would get 5 root 3 in second inversion, E-shaped, and then you go to an A-shaped root 4, 6, second inversion A-shaped 4th, key of C, F, and then just take it up a whole step to 2, 5, 7. So that's why it's for the G, E, A, A. So I did those two, and some of them are the same. Some of them are the same as the old cage system. So here's CEG. Remember that? CEG. The 4th of C is the E shape. Okay, and in the this box over here, EAC, the 5th of the E shape is the C shape. Here's your E. But now in the Locrian box, it's a little different. The Locrian box is a little different. We're going to have to talk about it. It's the only exception to the rule I'm going to show you. So that's what's going on here. These are also modal 145s, local 145s in the Lydian box, where you'd have that E-shaped 1, which would be, where would it be? It's an E-shaped 1 in the C box. Okay, so where's our E-shaped one in the C box? We better find it fast. Let's see. It's an E-shaped 4th, sorry. No wonder it's not an E-shaped one. It's an E-shaped 4th. I don't know why I didn't see it. So it's root 4, 6 right there. And then we go to the half diminished, which is an A minor half diminished shape 7th. Is going to be 4, 7 right there. Okay, because if you take an A minor shape here, 5 root 2, rather 5 root 3, you see A minor in the A box there, A minor shape. Now this should be okay. Let's just finish this up. We'd have like a 5 root and then a E flat there. It should be like a C minor that you're playing, but it's an A minor shape there, and then drop that down, okay, to here, and then drop the 5th, so you get your half diminished. But that's not the subject of this lesson. So I often get kind of tangled in the how am I going to coin the half diminished. Certainly you can always, don't worry about associating it with an adjusted chord. Just play the 4, 7, and the 2. You know, if you get used to that. But anyway, to make a long story short, so these are just little ditties, and it's not the subject of this, of what I'm trying to teach you here. So in the Locrian box, it would be 7, 3, and these are all modal. These are all part of the same modal system. All the white keys, right, if you're in the key of C. So don't worry about them. We've got the 1, 4, 5s. This is C, F, G in the key of C for all of them, and they work. That's fine. We'll focus in on that. But first we got to learn how to play the cutouts, and that's the subject of this particular particular chart.